In this marketing course, I'm going to show you proven strategies for how you can generate more leads, more closings, and get more referrals from your past clients and other sources as well. But first, I want to talk about the benefits and how do you know if this course is for you? Well, if you're new to the real estate business and are wondering how to make this a long-term career, this marketing system is for you. Or even if you've been in the real estate business for many years and you're just sick and tired of living month to month, the marketing strategies in this system will help you turn that around. Or if you're just closing 1 or 2 deals a month and you're on the brink of changing careers because your income is lagging and what you're making is not enough, I can show you how to get more qualified leads. Or if you've hit a wall in your personal production and you want to break through that wall because you know there's more for you and there's another level of success for you, this system will help you with that too. Or if you're simply struggling to come up with a way to get more listings, more qualified buyers, and have consistent closings, then you need the strategies that I cover and talk about in this course. But there's also another type of agent who will not benefit much from this course. See, if you're not willing to do anything different than what you've done in the past, then there's not much I can do to help you, even if I give you the best strategies ever. Or if you're just one of those people who like to talk and you're not a doer. Because the reality is, no matter how valuable the strategy is that I give you, you're going to have to implement it into your real estate business. And if you don't have the discipline or desire to stick with a proven success system for at least 12 months, then it's going to be really tough to see benefits from these things, because each strategy is going to take you anywhere from a few hours to a few days to implement. But it's going to take at least a few days and a few weeks to start seeing results. Okay, so you have to stick with it. And if you honestly don't have another nickel to invest to turn your real estate business around, if you're just tapped out, then you may need to look elsewhere, and it may be time for you to do something else in regards to your career. All right. So with that being said, you're going to have to be really honest when you're going through these strategies, because I'm going to show you and give you a chance to peek behind the curtain and discover the truth about what it takes to really succeed in the real estate market in this new economy, in this new market that we're in right now. Many of these strategies will be dramatically different from the normal, ineffective, and boring traditional marketing garbage that you hear. I'll take a harsh, critical, but honest look at the traditional ways of marketing your real estate business, and you should do the same. By the end of this course, you'll have a decision to make about whether you want to continue on the path that you're on, or if you want to take this new and improved approach to marketing your real estate business. But ultimately, it's going to be up to you to make that decision. But more importantly, your mind will be spinning with ideas and the possibilities of what is possible in your real estate business and what you can achieve with just a few small changes. You'll feel excited again about being in the real estate business, and you'll see the huge market of potential that you're not tapping into. You'll be proud and happy to talk about your success with your spouse, family, and friends. You'll finally have a blueprint to get all the listings and qualified buyers that you could ever want. That's huge. In short, you'll have a proven path to turn your real estate business around, and that's what this entire system is all about. But before we get started, let me say a few things. All of the strategies in this course are designed to only work for you if you like serving people, if you want to provide good services that really help people, and third, if you want to build a reputable real estate business. If you currently have terrible people skills, you secretly despise serving others, and you've been screwing people over for years, nothing I say or teach you will be able to overcome that. So at your core, you have to like serving people, you have to have a desire to provide good services that actually help people, and you have to have a desire to build a reputable real estate business that has a great impact on the community. Okay. Module 1 is called Foundation Building. In this module, we're going to talk about developing the mindset to achieve massive success in your real estate business. Okay. In this module, you'll discover why the mindset of just trying to close a few deals a month and make a little extra is killing your real estate business. I'm going to talk about how to use your competitors to catapult your real estate business to a whole new level and attract your ideal clients. I'm going to show you how to overcome your doubts and self-destructive habits that are holding you back from achieving massive success in your real estate business. I'm going to reveal the real secret behind the success of other millionaire real estate agents. And I'm also going to talk about the 8 key areas in your real estate business that you must measure and track on a daily basis, even if it's no more than 1 minute a day at the end of your day. But you need to track these 8 things in order to know how well your marketing efforts are working. All right, because the fact of the matter is this: in order for you to have any level of success with the strategies discussed in this course, you have to embrace the same mindset, the same belief, the same habits, the same goals of other successful real estate agents. The harsh reality is that without the right mindset, beliefs, habits, and goals, you're unfortunately destined to fail. And that's not me making it up. That's just the harsh reality. There is no magic pill, and nothing I teach you here in this course will overcome poor habits and a lack of discipline. All right. If you're serious about your success, then you have to start with what's going on between your ears and your daily habits. The strategies and systems in this course work. There's no doubt about that. They're not classroom theory or untested ideas. These strategies I'm going to share with you in this course form the foundation for thousands of successful real estate agents. The only thing that will stop these strategies from working for you is if you have a bad mindset and an unwillingness to stick with them. That's why you need to address what's been going on between your own 2 ears first. Yes, you will be challenged. Yes, you will be pushed and pulled by the strategies and concepts in this course, but that's a good thing. It should be that way. And because at the end of the course, if you do all of that and you accept this challenge and you embrace the work, you will finally have a blueprint for success in your real estate business. There will be some things in this course that will challenge your closely held beliefs. I want to be upfront with you about that. That's intentional, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other agents in your office think. It doesn't matter what your mother-in-law, father-in-law, relatives think. It doesn't matter what your friend down the street thinks. It doesn't matter that you'll never win an advertising award. It doesn't even matter if it strokes your ego or not. All that really matters is that the strategies in this course will put money in your bank account and help you be successful while making ethical decisions in your real estate business. And speaking of success, here's my definition of a successful real estate business. 1 that consistently generates a huge profit each month. 2, you get paid what you realistically want to earn. It's got to be part of the equation. 3, it creates a financially valuable asset that you can have. It allows you to live the lifestyle that you choose to live, and it doesn't require you to work yourself into an early grave for it to operate successfully. That's my definition of a successful real estate business. Now, you do have to do some internal searching and see if this fits your definition. But for me, these are the things that are important to me. Living that lifestyle that I want to live, having a financially valuable asset, getting paid what I want to get paid. These are the things that matter most to me. Now, here's what is not viewed as success in my mind. Okay? It's not working myself so hard that I get sick and cause health issues. That's not what I'm looking to do. I don't want to be trapped in my real estate business for 14 to 18 hours a day. That sucks. You don't want to be terrified to pick up the phone when it rings because it might be a bill collector because you can't pay your bills on time because you're not having enough closings. And it can't be going through multiple divorces because you're working crazy hours and it's just really turned you into a stressed out jerk, and that's being nice about it. And then finally, you don't want to miss out on seeing your kids grow up and your loved ones and your experience in life with your family because you're stuck working on your real estate business every night, every weekend, and every holiday. This is not my definition of success. And hopefully you invested in this course because that's not your definition of success either. See, nobody starts a real estate business with the intention of working 100+ hours a week, getting paid less than minimum wage, having their reputation publicly trashed on forums and review sites and by complete strangers, while risking spending everything you've earned within months and facing a life where you're miserable and you're bitter and you're just jaded. Nobody starts a real estate business. Nobody gets their real estate license with this as their plan. Okay? See, it's one thing to say that you want real success in your real estate business, but it's an entirely different thing to actually make that success a reality. So I'm going to give it to you straight, and you'll never again wonder how those other guys are doing it. Okay? Now let's talk about the true real estate business success foundation. Let's talk about what it really takes. There are 5 major ingredients that you need to know and you need to have a grasp on to turn your real estate business around and become truly successful. Number one, you must think like a successful real estate agent. There are specific thoughts and things you have to address in your mindset in order to achieve your next level of success. Secondly, you gotta believe you can actually be a successful real estate agent. You can't go around doubting and wondering and confused about your purpose and whether you can do it. No, you have to believe you can actually be a successful real estate agent. Third, you have to set goals like a successful real estate agent does. You have to know what your daily goals are, what your weekly goals are, what your monthly goals are, what your production goals are, what your marketing goals are. You have to set goals like successful real estate agents. Fourth, you must model the systems of a successful real estate agent. There is no benefit that you'll get from having to recreate every process and system that thousands of agents have invested thousands of hours to already solve and figure out. There is no extra kudos that you get for roughing it or going at it alone. You can simply look at the systems that other successful real estate agents use and implement them in your business and immediately hit the ground running. And lastly, you must measure and track key performance indicators like a successful real estate agent does. So you need to be able to measure and track how many listing leads you're getting, how many seller leads you're getting, what the conversion process is, what your appointment success rate is, what's your contracts, listings. All of these things you must measure and track on a daily basis and a weekly basis to know. These are the 5 major ingredients that we're going to talk about for the next few minutes. And I want to go in depth and share with you exactly how these 5 things contribute to the large majority of success that you see other real estate agents having. Okay, so the first thing, what you think, your thought life. I'm going to share the 10 things a successful real estate agent thinks about their real estate business that's different from an average real estate agent. Because thoughts are powerful. Every breakthrough and success you'll have in your real estate business starts with a simple thought in your mind. Thoughts are the seeds that grow into sales, profits, and revenue. If you can change the way you think, you can change your entire life and change your entire real estate business. That's why you need to guard your mind like your life depends on it, because in fact, your life does depend on your mindset. You can't be passive about what you're reading, watching, listening to, what you're letting other people say to you. You can't be passive about your affirmations and the things the music that you're listening to, the books that you're reading, the movies that you're watching. You can't just be passive and watch anything. You must become a vigilant soldier of protecting your mindset. You have to view your mind as your most valuable asset. Okay? Difference number 1. Successful real estate agents think about all the ways they can charge higher fees for a unique service and experience, okay? Successful real estate agents constantly brainstorm ways that they can offer unique services so that they can feel justified in charging higher fees and getting bigger commission checks. You have to be intentional about this. It can't be you're just waiting for something magically to drop out of the sky that will show you how to negotiate better fees and prove yourself to be more valuable. No, you have to be intentional and thinking about it. And then successful agents, they back up their higher fees because instead of competing on price, their focus is on high value. They want high value buyer or seller programs filled with benefits that make people excited and willing to do business with them at the commission rates that they charge or the fees that they charge. Okay. Of course, successful agents are sensitive to their clients' desire for a good deal and good value, but they know that people choose real estate agents for many other reasons besides lowest fees. You have to keep that in mind. All right. That's why successful real estate agents know that no matter how little they charge, someone can always charge less. So successful real estate agents don't play the lowest price game, and neither should you. You should always be focused on what can you add to your buyer or seller programs that will allow people to embrace your fees without even batting an eye. It's got to be intentional time. Like I said, you just can't wait to luckily stumble across this key. You have to be intentional about figuring out what people value. Successful real estate agent difference number 2. Successful real estate agents think about the habits they need to develop in order to accomplish their big goals. The truth of the matter is that your habits, your daily habits, your weekly habits, your Your life habits will either serve as a springboard to boost you to your next level of success, or your habits will serve as a quicksand pit that keep you stuck and drag you down at your current level of production. Successful real estate agents know this. Their habits includes things like attending real estate business marketing and management workshops every 3 to 4 months, or every 6 months, or at least once a year. They do things like invest in and read books and real estate business improvement courses all the time. They improve their scripts as well as their sales and negotiating skills. They have weekly meetings with their team to track and review goals. They do things like this that really make it a huge difference for them, like managing their lead follow-up systems on a daily basis. These are habits that successful real estate agents have. If you're not doing these things, then that's why your thought life and what you think about the business is always going to be limited. Difference number 3, successful real estate agents read, watch, and listen to things that support their belief that success is truly possible in every area of their real estate business. It's a proven fact that if you truly believe something is possible, you tend to focus on the ways to make that possibility a reality. All right. Also, if you don't think something is possible, then you will tend to focus on why it can't be done. That's why it's so important that you always have, whether it's MP3s or recordings and things you're listening to in your car or your truck while you're driving around back and forth to appointments, or at the office in the background, or in your free time when you're at the gym or whatever you're doing. It's important that you read, watch, and listen to things that support and reinforce that belief that success is truly possible for you. Because at the end of the day, there are 3 stages of possibility thinking, if you will, that people and agents can either get stuck in or go through. One is, we all know people who are just negative people. They just say nothing is possible, it's never going to work, and you should just give up now. Then there's a second type of person who says, oh, okay, maybe some of that you can do, some of it you won't be able to do, but who knows? And then there's a person who says, listen, anything is possible if I just work my butt off and I just stay focused and I just do the right things, get the right mentors, get the right training. Anything is possible. And that's where you want to live. You want to live in the place of anything is possible if I'm willing to do the work to achieve it. All right. So you need to ask yourself the question of, when presented with a challenge, do you first think of all the ways you could succeed or all the ways you could fail? See, because high achieving real estate agents are always looking for ways to get to the level of success they envision. They're looking for all the ways that they could succeed and that they could solve that problem, that they can overcome that barrier. Okay. The only real question for successful real estate agents is, what must they change and or do to get to their next level of success? It's never a matter of, oh, I can't make that work. It's a matter of, okay, what can I do? What can I change? What connection can I make? What person can I talk to? What resource can I get into that would help me do that? And the question you have to ask yourself is that how you view the challenges that you face in your real estate business? Difference number 4, successful real estate agents know that they'll never be successful if they're always stuck doing grunt work. Let's be honest. The top real estate agents have a very specific view of their role as the owner of their real estate business, even underneath a broker. Okay. And they have a very specific view of their teams, a very specific view of what they want to do and what they should and should not be doing in their real estate business. They know things that are profitable they should be doing: prospecting for leads, running open houses, showing houses, writing and negotiating offers, going on listing and buyer's appointments, training to implement what they learn. These are all things that are successful, that successful real estate agents do that are profitable for them. Okay. Calling to get referrals from current and past clients. They know that these are the profit centers for their real estate business. Everything else has to be done, of course, but it doesn't have to be done by you. Difference number 5. Successful real estate agents are able to move forward with good plans and marketing strategies, even if they have doubts. One of the biggest obstacles for most real estate agents is that they take 1 or 2 steps forward with a strategy or something new, but because they hit a few roadblocks or a few issues, they then become paralyzed and just give up because they're afraid of failing and they just don't have the stick-to-itiveness to stay with it. When most real estate agents feel that fear, or when they know they're hitting that roadblock, they tend to give in and lose all the momentum that they've gained, instead of stopping, taking a moment and reflecting on what's truly going on in their heart and mind, which is what successful real estate agents do. So you have to be able, when you're trying something new, because the strategies in the system, some of them will be completely new for you. Some of them will be a different twist on a strategy that you know about. Some of them will be, oddly enough, strategies that you did and worked, that you did in the past and they worked for you, but you forgot that they worked because you got so busy and got stuck in your business again, okay? So you have to be able to, when you present it with a strategy, you have to be able to understand what's the real reason why you wouldn't implement it. It can't be because it doesn't work, because these are proven strategies. So there has to be something within you that's stopping you from doing it. All right. And in some cases, successful real estate agents are able to even use the fear of failure to motivate themselves to take massive action instead of being frozen with fear. So you have to learn what's driving your fear, and then you have to figure out a way to turn that into a positive. All right. Number 6, successful real estate agents know that they have to try many ideas and tactics to get the results that they desire. Because here's the thing. If you know that the odds of you succeeding in your real estate business are 10 to 1, then you also know that if you have 10 attempts, you're practically guaranteed to succeed. So it's all about, is the cup half empty or is the cup half full? But the fact of the matter is this: you're going to have to try several different strategies and tactics to get to the success level that you want. It's just that successful real estate agents are able to control and manage their perception of the journey that they're taking on the road to their success. Sub agents will only try one thing. They'll try door knocking, and then they'll try a little bit of cold calling, once, and then they'll wonder why they're struggling. You have to embrace the idea and the mindset of trying many different strategies, because failure is just a stepping stone on your journey to success. Successful agents, they experience temporary setbacks and things. They experience, technology failing them and legislation changing the rules in their area and listings. They experience everything that you experience. But successful agents know they need to just learn from the experience, build upon that experience, and then prevent that from happening again. And then they move forward. Difference number 7. Successful real estate agents know that they can quickly grow their real estate business to huge levels of profits by finding creative ways to co-partner with other businesses. Yes, we are all aware of RESPA, but you can do a lot by helping other businesses grow their business without referral fees and without referral incentives and things like that, because there are dozens of groups, other real estate related organizations and companies that would love to partner with you. When you become the real estate agent of choice for several local businesses, you gain access to thousands of clients and leads you wouldn't have had otherwise. Yes, it might mean donating products and services and things at events occasionally, but the extra sales and closings and revenue you get will more than make up for it. At the end of the day, you can add thousands of prospects, thousands of qualified leads to your marketing list and database by partnering and helping other businesses without violating RESPA. Okay. Difference number 8. Successful real estate agents create and maintain standards for themselves and their team that are high, so that they can consistently deliver excellence as their real estate business grows. The key is you need to clearly define what performance standards you need to have in your real estate business on your team, and then hold everyone accountable for meeting or exceeding those standards. The standards that successful real estate agents develop and implement are then used as part of their advertising and marketing campaign to help them stand head and shoulders above their competition, because not everyone is willing to go above and beyond and do all the things and really spend time intentionally focused on their buyer and seller programs to make them top notch. All right. Developing and implementing high standards in your real estate business sets you on the path for tremendous success as your real estate business grows. Difference number 9. Successful real estate agents deliver an almost unbelievably high level of service that can rarely be matched. Successful real estate agents have a burning desire to serve their clients at a high level. They're always focusing on delivering a high level of service. These agents know exactly why people should choose them as their agent and are able to tell their prospects in clear terms. They have several seller and buyer programs that serve their clients at a high level, and the successful agent is always testing new ads, new services, new programs, new vendors, and combinations of all of the above in order to continuously raise the standard of service in their real estate business. And you need to do the same. You can't get stagnant. You can't think that the way that you sold houses or bought houses or the way you were taught to sell and buy houses from 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago is going to work today. It's not. You have to spend time each month, if nothing more than a couple hours each month, and say, okay, what can I improve this month? If that's too much, then at least once a quarter. All right. You have to be intentional and take time to do those things. Difference number 10. Successful real estate agents embrace new technology and cutting edge marketing strategies. If you're still just depending on flyers, door hangers, and knocking on doors, then you're probably still struggling to get clients. Successful real estate agents know that text message marketing, online marketing strategies, and other current marketing strategies can bring in hundreds of leads each month like clockwork. But you have to keep an open mind to any marketing strategy that can be applied successfully to your real estate business. Yes, you must include proven traditional strategies. Some of the things like flyers, door hangers, knocking on doors, they still work. It still works. Okay. But you can layer new cutting edge strategies on top of that foundation. And to be quite honest with you, if you learn how to leverage Facebook and AdWords and Twitter and just a few platforms, heck, if you just learn to leverage one platform, like Facebook, for example, you can have all the leads that you can physically call in a day, okay? But you have to embrace all of the new cutting edge strategies. You have to figure out which one could work for you. All right, the second ingredient that we talked about was what you believe. There are 7 things a successful real estate agent believes about their real estate business that's different than what an average real estate agent believes about their business. Your belief systems go hand in hand with your success mindset. They are inseparable. Many real estate agents have been one strategy or one tweak or just one little minor change away from success, but they stopped believing. So they never experienced the level of success that they wanted. Without your belief, the seed you've planted in your heart and mind will wither and die. You have to believe. If you don't believe, then it's no surprise that your employees, that your team, that your broker, your spouse, and your clients don't believe either, because you don't believe. It starts with you. Okay, belief number 1. A marketing strategy can only be successful if I fully implement it and test it out for an extended amount of time. You have to believe that, because no matter how great and awesome a marketing strategy is, the marketing strategy is only as good as the real estate agent who is implementing it. You've got to implement the entire strategy before you can see if it works for you. You have no chance of it working if you don't even try it, so you have to do it. Once you get it implemented, you have to let it run for at least 90 days so that you can see the results and change things to get better results. Okay, you should always start by testing the strategy on a small part of your clients or a small part of your target market. And if that works, roll it out to all of your clients or all of your leads or whatever you're trying to do. But the belief is this: you have to successfully implement the whole strategy and then test it out before you can judge whether it can work for you or not. Belief number 2 is that if there's a marketing strategy that works for any other real estate agent in any other market, then it can potentially work in your real estate business, your real estate market for you. Okay. While you may need to tweak or adjust the specifics of the marketing strategy, if it has been done in another market, there's a really good chance it can be successful for you in your market. When a real estate agent says, "Oh, that can't be done in my market," what they mean is they haven't found the right way to make it work in their real estate market or their real estate business. But until you actually try an approach or try a strategy or try a tactic that worked in another real estate business or for another agent in another market, you'll never know whether it can or can't be done in yours. You'll never know if that's that one thing, if that's the one hinge that swung open that big door for you. Okay. And while we know, and we both know that your marketplace will certainly determine what some of the variables are. I mean, the average sales price, the average purchase price, the programs that are available, interest rates and tax rates and things like that. Of course, those are variables that you have to factor in. But your plan of attack and how you implement that strategy that you've seen working for someone else is what will ultimately determine your success. Belief number 3. It's always better to invest a week or two initially setting up a process, system, or strategy that I can profit from that works for many years to come. Successful real estate agents are true believers in doing the hard work once and benefiting from that hard work over and over again. See, you can continue to put in 100+ hours a week and make 30, 40, 50 grand a year, or you can put in 20 hours of work once and earn a high six-figure income. Understanding that your income will not necessarily increase because you work more hours is always a tough concept for most real estate agents to accept. But it's true. There's a better way, there's a smarter way to do it. You have to get into the habit of focusing really intensely for short periods of time to get strategies and systems implemented, and then you can just spend a couple hours a week optimizing and tracking your results. Belief number 4, as long as a marketing strategy generates closings, then it's not too expensive. See, you're an entrepreneur, so by default, you're putting it all on the line. So a marketing strategy is only too expensive if it doesn't return an acceptable profit. So if you have to spend $1,000 on a strategy to get one closing that generates a $3,000 commission, that's a good investment. Managing the risk of investing money in marketing for your real estate business comes down to this. You have to do small amounts on a scheduled basis and then track your results before investing more. You know, most agents should not be spending $10,000 at a pop for a strategy. You should be spending $50, $100, $200, small incremental amounts on scheduled basis, and then judging the results. Because ultimately, any dollar you spend that increases your net profits is ultimately a dollar well invested. It's not too risky too when you break your marketing investments and strategies and things down into smaller dollar amounts. And that's really what it comes down to. You have to figure out what dollar amount do you feel okay risking. For some people, it's only $5 a day on Facebook. It's okay. Most Facebook advertising experts start with $5 a day. On AdWords, some people, their minimum is $10 a day. Okay, fine. A ton of successful campaigns have been done with $10 a day. For some people, it's $100 a week. Okay, fine. Figure what your risk threshold is, the minimum that you could do and that you can afford and realistically do, and then invest it regularly and schedule it. Because the real risk, the real downside of this is if you don't do anything to get clients and then you're struggling, you spend all this money on your real estate license on MLS fees, desk fees, and all these other things, but because you're not investing in marketing and getting qualified leads, you eventually have to leave the business. And that's the real risk. Belief number 5. Any real estate agent can list or show houses. You need to carve out a special place in the hearts and the minds of your clients and your leads. In this new economy, the old real estate business success formula is no longer good enough to succeed. Yes, you still need to advertise your listings. Yes, you still need to provide good service. Yes, you need to have a competent team. But in this day and age of competition, you also need to focus on selling a unique experience, something that they can't get elsewhere to reach your highest level of success with your real estate business. You must have a consistent and enjoyable and unique experience for your clients and your leads. Then you must ensure that your staff consistently delivers that experience according to the systems and the standards that you've set in place. Okay. Finally, you need to bond with your clients in a way that goes beyond real estate by providing any other RESPA compliant benefits that you can. So you need to make sure that you're doing something that makes clients and leads say, wow, that agent is really doing something that's helping me. Belief number 6. You must invest in attending conferences, books, and hiring experts to help you always improve your real estate business. You should make it a habit to attend at least one industry conference and one marketing conference a year. There you will find real estate agents who have been in your exact situation and have figured out great solutions to the exact problems that you're facing. They'll happily share their knowledge with you. You also have to make it your personal mission to buy up books and training courses by industry experts so that you can stay ahead of your competitors. Once you've uncovered a problem that you can't solve, or if you want to reach your goals faster, then it's really time to lean on the experts and the mentors and the people who are ahead of you in real estate. All right. Number 7, the amount of closing that you have each month are directly dependent on your ability to train, lead, and inspire, manage yourself and your team. Obviously, you can't run an entire real estate business by yourself. So it's vital that you build strong teams of loyal, dedicated, and committed team members that will carry out your vision. If you spend all of your time doing everything personally, then you'll never be able to reach the higher levels that you want. Your team must know their daily, weekly, and monthly goals and be properly trained, supported, and managed in order to reach those goals. You must have your systems and processes down to an exact science so that all team members know their goals and responsibilities. In short, you must change your beliefs about what you believe you can accomplish in your real estate business. There's no way around it. If you don't believe you can create $1 million real estate business, then it will be virtually impossible for you to actually create $1 million real estate business. Ingredient number 3, your goals. How a successful real estate agent sets goals for the real estate business that's different from the average real estate agent. Many real estate agents float aimlessly from one cash crisis to the next cash crisis. That's a terrible way to run your real estate business, and it's an even worse way to live. At a minimum, you need to have daily, weekly, and monthly goals that you're chasing. The smaller goals that you set will serve as your roadmap to your bigger goals, so you need to break your bigger goals down into small, achievable small goals. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Do you have tiny goals and small goals, or big goals for your real estate business? See, here's some examples of tiny goals. Closing 1 or 2 deals a month, handing out 5 business cards each day, generating 5 leads per month, get a small desk at your broker's office that you could use a couple times a week, making 5 phone calls a day to people you know, sending out a couple of thank you cards this week, things like, calling 10 expired listings this week. Those are all small goals that get you small results. But here are some big goals that will get you big results. Closing 20 to 30 deals a month, creating marketing systems that generate 100 pre-qualified buyers each month, creating marketing systems that generate 100 listings each month, get your broker's license and having unlimited earning potential, hiring a sales team to call every expired listing in your target market. Those are big goals that will get you huge results. Honestly, which one sounds more like you right now? The big goal guy, the big goal girl, or the little goal person? Be it good or bad, your goals will determine how great you become. You will become as small as your controlling desire, or as great as your dominant aspiration. So chase greatness. The truth is that most great achievements in life are the result of thinking big and aiming high. Small goals put chains, they put restrictions and limitations on your potential. But when you're working towards a big goal, you barrel right through tons of smaller goals by virtue of chasing that big goal. However, in order to become your very best, you have to think and set goals at a very high level. Ingredient number 4, modeling success. How successful real estate agents model the systems and processes of other successful real estate agents to grow their own profits. Modeling the proven systems and processes of other successful real estate agents is the missing ingredient that most real estate agents are looking for. Most real estate agents need to sit back and see how other agents are accomplishing those high levels of success. Imagine having the exact strategies, processes, and systems that other successful real estate agents have used to explode their profits. You wouldn't have to waste tens of thousands of dollars trying to find ways to get more clients. You'd already have a blueprint there waiting for you to do it, right? However, the profits are not in simply holding that blueprint in your hand. The real gold and the real success that you want lies in your ability to actually look at what the other successful agents are doing and then do it in your business. Don't fall for the classic mistake of thinking that you're the only one who doesn't have enough money for advertising or is being crowded out by Zillow. Every problem or challenge you have in your real estate business has already been faced and solved by other real estate agents. You just have to put their solution into action in your real estate business. The real issue will be in finding the solution. But since you've invested in this course, you already have the answers. Now it's just a matter of implementing them. Some of the smartest men to walk the face of the earth today acknowledge the power of modeling the successful practices and systems of other people who've done what you're trying to do. Isaac Newton said if he'd seen farther than others, it's because he was standing on the shoulders of giants, other people in the scientific community who had done things that he was able to build on their knowledge. So you have to start using these blueprints and these roadmaps by other real estate agents who are successful, because it will dramatically decrease the amount of time and money that you waste trying to figure stuff out on your own. And that's why it's so important that you attend conferences, events, and invest in resources by other successful agents. Tony Robbins, in his book Unlimited Power, says this: long ago, he realized that success leaves clues, that people who produce outstanding results do specific things to create those outstanding results. He believes that modeling is the pathway to excellence, and I agree. The movers and shakers of the real estate world are often professional modelers, people who have mastered the art of learning everything they can by following other people's experiences rather than just relying on their own. So to model excellence, you should be a detective, an investigator, someone who asks a lot of questions and tracks down all the clues to what produces excellence. What system, what CRM did they use? Where were they advertising? What kind of Facebook page did they run? What Google AdWords campaigns were they running? What kind of meetings do they have on a weekly basis? What does their day planner look like? How do they plan out their day? What time do they wake up? What time do they go to sleep? What do they do on the weekends? Okay, you need to be a detective and study successful real estate agents, because building from the successes of others is one of the fundamental aspects of most learning. But here's the thing. Even when you find successful real estate business systems and processes to model, you will have to overcome one more hurdle. And that's the hurdle that says that even when you see it, even when it's right in front of your eyes, you're quickly bored and unimpressed with that proven system because it's just not that exciting. Because the irony is that when most struggling real estate agents get to peek behind the curtain of successful real estate businesses, they quickly become bored and unimpressed. They're like, I call expires too, but you're not doing it at the way and with the level of success that these $1 million agents are doing it. And then these unsuccessful agents, they complain that it seems so simple and easy. They just can't get their heads around how simple it can be to achieve massive success in their real estate business. So they go back to their real estate businesses, having seen the models of success, having seen the strategies, having seen it work for the person firsthand, and they either never give this strategy a chance, or they make it so complicated and change it and tweak it and make it convoluted that they give up on it. Most real estate agents incorrectly think that the road to success is hidden away. And if they could find it, it would be covered, twisting like a scary movie, like a episode of The Twilight Zone, covered in fog and full of pitfalls. Therefore, many struggling real estate agents, they just trust obvious and straightforward answers like working expireds and FSBOs. They complicate simple concepts like mailing postcards because they think the truth is too common sense. They tend to gravitate towards yet another complex software, yet another expensive mastermind or coaching group, because they believe that extra something will make them successful. Successful real estate agents know that their success is dependent on their ability to discover the simple but powerful and proven ways that they can consistently grow their real estate business. They know that the more complicated it is, the less likely their staff and team members will be able to implement it consistently. So no matter how simple it looks, do it and test the results for yourself. After all, a small round wheel is not complicated, but yet it revolutionized the world. Ingredient number 5, measure and tracking. Here are the 8 key areas of our real estate business that successful real estate agents measure, track, and improve. It's a well-known fact among successful real estate agents that you can't improve what you don't measure or track. In successful real estate business, knowing the daily, weekly, and monthly numbers is as common as putting on shoes and socks in the morning. Successful agents wouldn't dare dream of drifting aimlessly from day to day without knowing their numbers. However, struggling real estate agents do exactly that. That's why you must know all the important numbers in your real estate business in order to make the right decisions that lead to more closings, more leads, and more profits. Number 1, the first area, leads generated. Leads are the lifeblood of your real estate business. Without a consistent flow of leads, your real estate business will not make it. You need to know how many leads you must generate to meet all of your other goals. You need to know the following: how many leads you're receiving, where the leads are coming from, are they buyer or seller leads, things like that. One of the most important things you can learn from tracking your leads is the conversion rates for you and your staff. You'll be working to get at 2 key conversion rates. Conversion rate for converting calls into buyer appointments, conversion rates for converting calls into seller appointments. Your entire real estate business model should be built around obtaining a certain number of seller listings each month. Seller listings have the most profit potential and will attract all the buyers you need to hit your income goals. Many real estate agents mistakenly try to get buyers before getting a listing, but seller listings that are properly marketed will generate many leads and buyer contracts. Additionally, you need to know exactly where in the process your listings are. That means you need to track how close they are to actually closing so that you can have an accurate snapshot of your pipeline at all times. Key area number 3, contracts written. This seems obvious, but many real estate agents don't track how many of their leads are actually converting into written contracts. Here are the 3 key numbers you need to know about sales contracts written: number of units written, total volume written, and gross income written. You should also separate listing contracts written from buyer contracts written. This allows you to hone in on the real issue should a problem arise. Number 4, contracts closed. After you begin tracking how many leads are converting into written contracts, you now need to know how many are closing. You need to know the number of units closed, total volume closed, and the gross commission closed and gross income generated from those contracts. And just like any other contract, you want to separate listings from buyers. Number 5, your money. You must think of your career as a real estate business. Therefore, you will need to know all the numbers and exactly where each dollar is coming from and going. You need to track things like gross closed income, how much money did you make, the budget, how much did you spend, net income, how much money did you earn as profit, your compensation, how much did you personally earn. Number 6, the people. This is your team. It's virtually impossible to maximize your personal and earning potential without others helping you. Here are the 3 major areas: recruiting, what team needs do you have, training, what training needs do you have, and management, what performance or accountability issues do you have. Number 7, systems and tools. This is the first step in developing systems, is to document your own methods and processes in order to provide a blueprint for your team members to follow. All right, systems provide a way for you to guarantee that the standards you set are implemented by everyone that comes in contact with your leads. Tools are everything from computers, equipment, phone systems, to something as simple as a job description for team members that you bring on. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what new systems or tools do you need to add? What current systems or tools do you need to improve upon or upgrade? Number 8, personal education. This should be prioritized and invested in just like any other part of your real estate business. Without your own personal development, you won't have the skills and knowledge to sustain the growth in your real estate business. You need to ask yourself the following: what knowledge do you need to learn? What skills do you need to acquire? What knowledge do the individuals on your team or staff need to learn as well? And then what skills do they need to acquire? It's worth it. If you're currently not measuring or tracking any of the key performance indicators I just covered, then it will seem overwhelming to start. But do it anyway. It's not about what's easy, but it's about what works. Start with simple tracking sheets. You don't need anything complicated. And I've included some for you with this course, and then you can add your own custom performance indicators that you see that you might need for your own real estate business. And the sooner you start tracking, the sooner you can improve. So in this module, we talked about the 5 major ingredients that you need to know in order to turn your real estate business around and become truly successful. 1 was you must think like a successful real estate agent. 2, you must believe you can actually be a successful real estate agent. 3, you must set goals like a successful real estate agent. 4, you must model the systems of a successful real estate agent. And 5, you must measure and track key performance indicators like a successful real estate agent does. Each one of these ingredients are important to your success and will determine if you're able to break through the level that you're at now and reach your next level of success. All right, so I look forward to talking to you in the next module, and we're going to go through some even greater tips and strategies in that module as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next module.